Hey Sarah, it's 2:17 a.m. girl. You've been awake for like, I don't know, 14 days? And I'm sure your baby just woke up after a solid 22-minute nap. Your shirt is damp. You don't know why. And somehow, TikTok is telling you that this is supposed to be a peaceful bonding experience. Yeah, okay. Today we're diving into part 6, part 7, I don't know, of this series because apparently TikTok moms have an infinite amount of routines to lie about. And this one might be the most offensive yet. The newborn nighttime routine. You know, the time of day where it's supposed to be calm, serene, magical, and not, a psychological endurance test. So I went down a rabbit hole again because I guess I hate myself. And I found so many videos titled like, Our Calm Newborn Night Routine, Peaceful Evenings with My 2-week-old, Slow Living Night Routine with Baby. First of all, if your life is slow living with a newborn, I have so many questions. Mostly, who is raising your baby? Because this is just my experience, Sarah. Newborn night times are not slow living. It's a speed-running survival while sleep-deprived, holding a screaming cute potato. Every single one of these videos starts the same way. I feel like I'm a broken record saying this, but soft piano music, warm lighting, mom in a matching beige set that costs probably more than my mortgage, and baby already calm and already lost me. Because if your newborn is just chilling right before bedtime, that's Sarah. Is not a routine. That's a unicorn. In real life, bedtime looks like your baby deciding this is actually the perfect time to become nocturnal, cluster feeding like they're preparing for winter. But on TikTok, the baby is just peacefully transitions into a sleeping mode, like they're an iPhone. Newborns don't just wind down. They probably wind back up. But I say this all the time, they frame their videos as if that's their everyday routine. And I don't know about you, if your baby's behaved 90% of the time, but obviously there's always that 10% of chaos. But do TikTok moms show it? Of course not. It's not aesthetic and beige enough. And yeah, TikTok makes it seem like this is a great bonding moment. And it is. But not in the peaceful Bali luxury spa type of way, It's more like, Yuna, you and I, we survived this together, good job. And then comes the feeding step. And this one really gets to me. And I question a lot of things, Sarah. Because in these videos, baby latches on perfectly, eats calmly, finishes, and just falls asleep. Like, immediately, as if they just clocked out of work. Meanwhile, in reality land, feeding at night is your baby unlatching probably every 5 seconds, getting distracted by absolutely nothing. It could be your nostrils. Or yes, falling asleep halfway through, but immediately getting up as soon as you move an inch. And after all of this, somehow, they're still hungry. They're just trolling us every second. Oh, and then comes the moment. The part where they gently place the baby in their crib and the baby stays asleep. I'm sorry? What? You're telling me you just transferred your newborn from your warm arms to a much, cooler crib and they immediately didn't wake up and choose violence? That's not a routine. That's fiction. Because in real life, that transfer requires a lot of things. Precision, timing, and the emotional stability of a bomb disposal expert. One wrong move? Eyes open. Game over, Sarah. And yes, there are plenty of babies that do act this way. They're really good sleepers. But I feel like majority of the babies who aren't, no one posts that on social media. You think a TikTok mom is gonna post her hardships, the chaotic, not aesthetic nighttime routines on her channel? No. So the storyline always gets framed that they have this perfect routine, which isn't amazing to watch while you're doom scrolling on your phone, baby still on you, and it's close to 6:13 a.m. now. Because I did. I saw a bunch of these posts. Didn't make me feel any better. Oh, and then my favorite part of all of this, after baby is just magically asleep, mom gets herself a tea in a very, very aesthetic glass, lights a candle, reads a book, sits in silence, in peace, reading. Girl, this still applies to me today. If my baby is asleep at night, I'm not reading. I'm not journaling. I'm not reflecting. I'm speed running basic survival tasks, eating something with one hand, trying to tend to all the house chores as fast as I can, and then immediately collapsing into my bed like I just ran a marathon. Because you don't know when they're going to be waking up again. It could be 2 hours. It could be 20 minutes. It's like your own little mystery box. So let's review this mini disclaimer before the comments come at me again. I know, Jessica. I know not all babies are goblins at night. That might be your baby too. Some babies sleep well, feeds easily, and have very calm routines. That's amazing. And genuinely, I'm a little jealous. But what I'm critiquing isn't the existence of calm babies. It's the presentation. These videos are edited, curated, filtered versions of reality. They cut out the crying, the spit up, the 3 failed crib transfers, and the 2 a.m. identity crisis. And then what's left is this unrealistic expectation. And that matters a lot. Like I said, if you're a new mom watching this at 3 a.m., you're already exhausted. You're already questioning every little thing. And then you're seeing someone making it look effortless. Of course you're gonna feel like you're doing something wrong. When in reality, you're probably doing everything right. Your baby is just being a baby. So this is one of the most highly viewed nighttime routines. Newborn night with us, 2.5 weeks old. Obviously, there's timestamps. 10:30 p.m. to 9 a.m. Oh, 10:30 p.m. That's a late night, but there are no schedules with newborns. So honestly, that may be realistic.
Do a newborn night in the life. It's kind of a gamble at this age. You never really know what it's going to be like. I'm just doing her last feeding of the night right now. Okay, what? I washed this, but it smells weird. I'm not putting fresh breast milk in there.
That crib, or rather bassinet transfer was seamless. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll try with our second, but I gotta work on my transfer game. I don't know. Is it that easy for you guys? Let me know in the comments.
This is my bedside. This to catch the milk on the other side. Sound machine. Egg light. This is what I put my breast milk in. I have water because I drink literally a full one of these every night. And over here we have a Labubu. You've never been seen before. I didn't have to say your name.
So far, super calm. I mean, it still looks very tranquil. I feel like this is more of like the more realistic routines. I say realistic with a big air quotes, but you know what I mean. You know, like those influencers. I think the last time we reviewed the nighttime routine, that influencer who had the huge house, like millionaire house, like compared to that, this seems more, at least a little more grounded. So she actually mentioned she was getting like 2 hours of sleep, like each segment, while baby was asleep. That's amazing. 2 hours while, 2.5 weeks old. Amazing. I mean, I wish I had that luck sometimes. I mean, Yuna got into really good at sleeping maybe after 2-3 months. Like, she was an amazing sleeper after, but before, I mention this all the time. That first week being home with her, I told you, I thought I was going insane. I honestly thought I was never going to sleep again because she just wouldn't stay asleep by herself in her bassinet. But there's babies like Yuna, there's babies like yours, there's tons of different personalities out there. But don't just think because you see a TikTok baby behave so calm and sleeping so well, like that's the norm, you know? Okay, still very calm. Just one quick thing I do want to mention. Not everyone is blessed to have a very, very supportive husband, partner, whoever you're having this baby with. They might honestly have to go into work. Who knows? There's different circumstances for everyone. So don't feel any sort of way if your partner or husband isn't right there with you every step of the way, because in some cases, for some families, they're not. Even for us, Sisu and I, first time parents, we had no idea what we were doing. And even the swaddle looks like that husband has got it down, but oh gosh, it took us such a while to learn how to wrap Yuna correctly in the swaddles. And in the end, we're just like, okay, this is taking way too long during the night. Let's just get the ones with the Velcro strips on it, because that was actually a life changer. That saved us so much time. And yeah, were there moments Susu was just asleep while Yuna was crying? Yeah, I mean, he's tired too, and sometimes I had to solo it. And that's perfectly normal. You guys always have to just find your own balance, to be honest. It's not about following all these creators' routines and making this seem like the normal thing to do.
That was a good night. I got 2-hour sleep segments each time, so I will take the newborn nights any day to have this perfect little gal with me.
Number one, Mama also looks amazing. She is glowing. I'm happy that she is getting her sleep. But yeah, man, oh my gosh, those bassinet transfers, I gotta get my game on, because even now with my crib transfers with Yuna, it's not working. I gotta step on my game somehow. Maybe that's the one thing I will try to learn from maybe these TikToks. Not everything's perfect. Not everything's gonna be seamless, especially with a newborn. And I'm kind of happy she made the point that this is not an everyday reoccurring night for them. Like, I'm sure there are nights where she doesn't get that 2 hours of sleep every single time, and she gets maybe 10, 20 minutes. Who knows? But even this clip, so many cuts, so many edits. I'm sure there were a lot of baby cries that were edited out. Who knows? And maybe there were some chaotic parts to the night, but unfortunately, I'm not saying it for this creator, but just most creators on this platform, they just choose to edit it out because it's not aesthetic. Newborn night routine. As a new mom with a 6-week-old, my baby slept almost 6 hours straight. 6-week-old, 6 hours straight. That is not a sentence I would ever put together. Oh, just super quick with the burps too. I could not get Yuna to burp. Like, very quick, like how a lot of these TikTok reels made it seem. Like, that's a point I never really thought about, but I thought about it while watching all these nighttime routines. I don't know how they get them to burp so easily. It took me so long to learn, how, like, what position works best, like which way I have to pat Yuna down. And sometimes it worried me. I was like, oh, okay, can I put her down without burping her? Like, is this going to be okay? Is she fully digested? Like, I was just Googling things to the max. Oh, and I do have to say, I'm sorry if I notice these things, but I feel like it's my job now. But Kikaru, baby diaper changing pad, baby Breeza, that's like a really big thing a lot of these influencers like to use. I I don't know. It never crossed my mind. I wanted to get that. It's not like the formula maker. I don't know what the exact product name is, but you guys know what I mean. I don't know if that's just overhyped or if that's an essential. Oh, that's cute. Yuna never fell asleep like that as a newborn. I'm also remembering things right now because she's almost 1 year old, guys. Wow, almost 1 year has passed. So forgive me if my memory's a little murky, but I don't think so. She's never just fallen asleep while playing, while holding her, like, dozing off to sleep, rather. I think that's a better term for it. I don't know. Maybe Yuna is the unicorn here. Same thing, just beige everywhere, serene, calm, looks like a Buddhist monk temple. And she said her baby almost slept 6 hours straight. If I didn't come across this video specifically. Oh no, this was posted this year, so obviously I didn't see it because this video didn't exist. But if I saw something like this, like an influencer saying, yeah, my 5-week-old almost slept 6 hours straight. Wow, the mental spiral I would go into, like, is there something wrong with my baby? Is Yuna supposed to sleep that long now? It's the internet, guys. That's how I'm just gonna sum it up for today's video. It's, some things may be real, but majority of them are fake. So no, Sarah, if your nighttime routine doesn't look like a softly lit TikTok montage, you're not failing. We're all just living in reality. And honestly, reality is way more relatable. So if you made it this far in the series where we still expose the unrealistic parenting on TikTok, let me know what I should cover next. Because at this point, I'm sure TikTok moms just live in a different cinematic universe. And I will be reviewing all of it.